Sagittarius. Welcome to Tarot Cards for Humanity, your spread for February 1st through the 15th of 2017. This will be a Celtic Cross spread with the Night Sun Tarot, which is a thought-based tarot, the Cartouche for clarification, and the runes for clarification as well. We'll go over a little astrology first, though. You have in your sign for the completion time frame of this, the 1st through the 15th, you've got the hall monitor, you've got Saturn in your sign. That's my ruler. Ooh. So you've got Saturn, and you know your ruler is Jupiter, and that's like anything can happen. That's expansive. That's like, oh yeah, absolutely yeah, we can definitely make that happen. And Saturn's like, well, exactly how are you going to make that happen? Do you have enough money to make that happen? Aren't you supposed to be in class right now? Can I see your hall pass? That kind of thing. So with the hall monitor in your sign, it's going to feel restrictive. It probably has been for a while. It's a big planet. It's an outer planet. It moves mighty slowly, and it's been creeping like it does through your sign. It's also forming, strangely enough, it's forming some squares with other aspects. The biggest one it seems to be with, pretty consistently from the 1st to the 15th, is with Chiron and Pisces. Chiron is the wounded healer. And that has to do with you digging deep into old hurts and old fears and sources of pain that have caused you, that motivate you now in whatever it is you're doing, good or bad, personal or career. So that's something to think about. Now, Saturn's planet rules the sign of Capricorn. Capricorn's got Pluto and Mercury in it at the moment. Pluto will be there the longest. Mercury is, that's going to be heading into Aquarius very soon, so that's not really going to be something of effect with you, but Pluto will be. So that's what makes it kind of difficult. With Pluto in Capricorn, which is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn being in your sign, this bad square with Chiron makes digging up those wounds more difficult. Possibly more upsetting than they normally would be. If you do it at all, you may avoid it completely. There are elements in Pisces right now, including Neptune, well placed, as it should be, but that tends to be an escapist aspect. So if you are even dealing with or looking at yourself and looking internally at all, Sagittarius, which you tend to do, you're exploratory, but if you are not doing it, there's good reason astrologically for that as well. So if you're feeling any kind of restrictive energy, that is Saturn. Not much longer that he's going to be with you. I think he creeps out of your sign. Let's see. 15th, he's still there. 22nd, oh, he's creeping closer and closer to Aquarius, but not till next month. Let's go next month. Oh God, he moves so slow. 22nd. Come on. Move along. Nope. Let's try April. God. Yeah, he's going to be with you a while, I'm afraid. I'm on to April, and to the end of April, he's still with you. So that restriction will be there. Try not to let it hinder you too much. It's just a slow-moving planet. All right. So I've been kind of waffling on about the astrology for a while, and they've been ignoring the tarot, so let's get into it. What's going on with you, Sag? Trump card, well, you're a mutable fire sign. It's a spiritual thing to be mutable. It means you're flexible, open. You are ruled by Jupiter, as I said, which is an expansive, creative, building, explorative planet. You are fun to be with, like Jupiter is. Your tarot card and the major arcana is the Temperance card. And you tend to be, because you're a mutable sign, that means you move, which makes you a knight. That tends to put you in the knight's category for each of the elements. Alright, so let's see what's going on with you, how you're feeling, what's up with that for February 1st through the 15th. Sagittarius friends, what's on your mind? that's influencing what's on your mind? And this is on emotional level. What's the foundation for that? No, I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. This is you, how you're feeling. This is the environment and the energies around your feeling. This is the foundation as to why you might be feeling this, and this is what is on your mind. Recent past, near future, your true self when you get the emotions out of the way, your true environment or energies when you get the emotions out of the way, hopes and fears, final outcome. And your energy is, nice, 4 of Wands. Doesn't look like a happy card, but the 4 of Wands is actually very good. It's Venus and Aries or Mars together. Venus and Mars, or Aphrodite and whatever the Greek version is, they're lovers. And although they're polar opposites in many ways, they come together here. 4 is completion. In the Thoth deck, this is called completion or perfection. It's stable. And this is good. This is actually very, very good. It's probably a lot of the element of Saturn that's annoying at times, but it actually can create a stability, which is beautiful in connection with your home ruler being Jupiter. It contains that joy so it doesn't get too crazy. Okay, how are you feeling? Well, you're feeling good. You're feeling happy. This is the 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups is happiness in the Thoth deck, and this is a Thoth-based deck. People call this the wishes card, your wishes coming true. In the Rider-Waite-Smith, this is the guy that's surrounded by cups, and cups generally mean relationships, love, romance, friendships, things that are emotionally based. So you're surrounded, it looks as though, by supportive family and friends, and that's what's on your mind. You're feeling that. The energies around that are the world. Wow, nice. World upright. So, wow, you're in a great headspace at the moment. And I can understand why. The energy is being completion or perfection, 4 of Wands. So energy is ruled by, the energy of the world is ruled by Saturn, which is in your planet, or in your sign at the moment. This is about completing a cycle, or a phase, and moving into the next phase. It's the last card of the Major Arcana, and it's, of course, an introduction to the Fool again, the beginning of the travels of the Fool through the Major Arcana. So you're about to close out a session of your life, a portion of your life, and move into a new one. So that's quite exciting. The foundation for this, wow, is Judgment. Very nice. You have done some inner work. There's no question about that. When I was saying that in the astrology earlier, whether or not you're doing it or you're escaping it, you're actually doing the work. Judgment is revelation. It's digging deep, finding the true meaning within. This is doing that Jungian shadow work and finding the true nature of who you are. So great, upright, approached it the right way. That's probably why you're feeling it. Now what's on your mind is the Sun. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, the Sun, upright. Damn, you've got a good spread. Well, it fits. You're a very fun, jovial sign. Jove, Jupiter. The Sun, again, arguably one of the most positive in the deck. What's on your mind is self-expression. And again, you're really overcoming the Saturnian influence. You're really making a change here that's expressing yourself. This is Resh, which means, the Hebrew word is Resh that represents this, which means face. It's the sun, so therefore it is ruled by the sun, and there is nothing more expressive than the sun. So this is about you expressing yourself, whether it is emotionally, creatively, politically, at work, career, what have you. You're showing yourself, you're expressing yourself, you're putting your ideas out there confidently, and that's beautiful. Whatever change or shift that's happened, whatever phase you're moving through is wonderful because it's bringing you wonderful confidence. Now, in the past, we have transformation. That's a lot of Major Arcana, damn. You've had transformation in your past, which makes sense. This is the Death card. This is ruled by Scorpio, your neighbor on the wheel. And transformation would be certainly connected with the revelation of judgment, or the spiritual enlightenment of judgment. You're in a great place. In the near future, we have the 3 of Swords in reverse. Everybody hates this card too. The 3 of Swords is sorrow, heartbreak. I mean, look at it. There's 3 swords that are piercing a heart. There's nothing more painful than that, but you've got it in reverse. So whatever sorrows you felt, whatever fears you've had, whatever thoughts or limiting thoughts or old hurts or wounds you were holding on to, you're letting go of, which is beautiful. In reverse, this is a wonderful card, actually. That's the near future, so you're really evolving here, becoming very powerful. You should be very happy. Your true self is Two of Wands, which is dominion. You have mastery over yourself, obviously. Mastery over your environments. Feeling at home and in good in your own skin. Balancing everything. This is a bit of a dark-looking deck, but despite that, all of these are very, very positive cards. Dominion in the Thoth deck. And it is Aries and Mars together, and Mars is in Aries right now. You must be feeling that energy. This is wonderful. So this is what truly is going on with you. Your environment is the Page of Cups, which is messages. The messages of an emotional nature. It looks as though, and this is the energy around you, it looks as though either you are releasing perhaps an old way that you used to handle things, which is you might have taken information emotionally rather than logically. In other words, this is messages. A page is messages, and it's cups, so it's usually emotions. And it's in reverse for you in your environment, which either means you're getting, emotional news or news that could potentially be draining on you. Or this could be whatever this change that you've gone through is allowing you to see past the emotions of the moment that messages can bring. And you're releasing the emotional aspect of it, and you're looking at it purely through logic, which is fantastic. Whatever change you've gone through, this is fantastic. You're going to be making huge strides, at least in this 2 weeks. I hope it carries on. I'm sure it will. All right, hopes and fears. So you got the Two of Cups and your hopes and your fears. So if it's hopes, you're hoping for love. Perhaps you're hoping for sharing yourself with your love with someone else, maybe making a home together. And that might be what is actually in the cards, because your overall energy is the Happy Home card, the Four of Swords, surrounding hearts. Here you want to share your heart with another. You might already be sharing your heart with another. Or this could also be you employing both sides of yourself, but that is your nature. You tend to be balanced and temperance, so you tend to have a good, friendly relationship with both your masculine and feminine side, your logical, emotional side. So that kind of tells me you're hoping for some kind of a sharing of the heart, so something where the cups are the receptacles, the heart is the soul, and you're wanting to share something with someone if you're not coupled. Now your final outcome is the Aquarius, or it's the King of Swords in reverse, which is Aquarius. The kings are fixed signs, excuse me. So the outcome in this could be you feeling some of the tension with the Aquarian energy that's going on now, with the sun being in Aquarius, with us moving into the age of Aquarius, this year being so pivotal in manifesting things. That's why mindset is so important. The fact that you're letting go of old, hurts. The fact that you're taking things at face value rather than the built-up marketing image that emotions would bring it. That's wonderful. Because, and nothing against Aquarius, but because of this Aquarian energy, and this is why it's in reverse, I believe. I'll get clarification, but I believe that's why it's in reverse. The outcome could be you feeling some of the upset of status quo and revolutionary ideas knocking heads. Aquarius wants change for the collective. The status quo says, I'm keeping it all. And usually they've got the most guns. So, being that you are temperance, and your nature likes to have things balanced, and it looks like that's completely what you've been working for here. Aquarius might cause you this age of Aquarius, this Aquarian activity of social unrest, social injustice, might cause you a little bit of pain, but we'll get some clarification on that. Not pain, just discomfort, fear, a little bit of fear. So let's see what the Cartouche has to say. clarification on these two cards, on the Page of Cups in reverse and on the Aquarius, or the King of Swords in reverse. All right. Page of Cups in reverse. You got Sirius in reverse, and you got Sphinx in reverse. Okay. So as it relates to the Page of Cups, Sirius is kind of like the star card in the tarot. It's optimism, it's spiritual connection, and I think in reverse here, this is just, and it's clarity, it's air, it's logic, just like the card the star is, ruled by Aquarius. And because we've got this in connection with that Aquarian in reverse, I think when these messages, and that makes more sense now, when these messages are coming through on the news, because you care, obviously, when they come through on the news, things that hurt deeply, when humanity hurts each other, these messages, the instinct is going to be to react emotionally to you, and Sirius in reverse is reminding you to act logically to them. Remember, big picture, this is a snapshot in time and space. You are a spirit, a divine being experiencing a human incarnation at the moment. And remember that bigger picture as this horrible, I mean, there's been horrible things coming in on the news lately, and they would affect anyone emotionally that has, a heart, to find, all that we've been seeing, the human rights violations. So even though it hurts, even though your instinct is to be like, why, how could anyone? Just turn this around and remember who and what you are, who and what all of us are, and that we're all on a journey. Even though you don't like them sometimes, I know. All right, then up here with this Aquarius in reverse, you've got the Sphinx in reverse. And again, when it's in reverse, it's telling you need to employ some aspect of this. So the Sphinx is about, there he is. I don't like this version of him because they made his profile very European. In fact, they almost made him look like the profile of Aleister Crowley. But in any event, obviously the Sphinx is an African statue, so ignore that. This is about strength. It could be a Leo, but I don't think so. It's also about silence, wisdom, gained wisdom, and then silence with that wisdom. In reverse, it means there's a lack of this, possibly on the collective. Perhaps when we're feeling really, really righteous about something and we're butting up against authority, there's a lot of emotions that go with it. We don't always act rationally. Sometimes we eat all our ice cream at one time. We don't give it everything away. We show our cards too early in a poker game or what have you. In reverse, I think this is calling for silence. Strength, quiet, peace, logic, despite the emotional upheaval that's going on with the human rights violations, despite the emphasis on activism right now, which is wonderful and needed, don't get me wrong, but we have to keep a larger perspective, a big picture perspective on this. I hope that helps. Let's get some runes on those two. Alright, so Sirius. And awful. Okay. So we got Wunjo upright, which is good karma. It's increase, gains, positivity. It's a very positive rune. We got it with the messages in reverse. And I believe that we're getting this if we employ the logic, the clear-headedness, the hope, rather than getting too bogged down with the emotional messages of feeling there's no hope, right? We employ this logic of Sirius, of the star of the Cartouche, then what we will end up with is Wunjo upright, which is gains, good karma, increase, what we want, more of what we want. We got Otho upright, and we got it with the Sphinx turned around with the King of Swords in reverse, which is Aquarius. And I believe that has to do with this energy collectively right now. Sorry, I'm a little verbose with this one, but Otho is reminding us, those that are fighting the fight, whether you're on the side of the conservative side or the activist side, whether you're on the status quo side or the activist side, Opal is about resources, what you have, material things, and that doesn't necessarily mean money. It can mean those resources as well. As we are in a three-dimensional world, we do rely on the exchange of something for something else. However, it also can mean sleep, energy, your mental faculties, your emotional faculties. Make sure you're remaining balanced here. Yeah? Make sure that, yes, get in there and fight, absolutely. But use the rationale, use the wisdom in the silence. Hold on to the resources, because if you're depleted, and again, I'll quote my aunt again, who has a wonderful quote, is your bucket empty or is it full? If your bucket's empty, you cannot share with anyone else because it's dry. That means you go thirsty and so does everyone else. So check your resources. Hold, with silence and wisdom of the Sphinx, hold that within. Not miserly, in a miserly way, or I'm a loss for words, in a bad way, but in a maintenance way, so that you can carry on whatever fight, whatever side you're on, and just function in life, so that this doesn't go away, this happiness, this feeling of love, sharing of emotions, this feeling of self-expression, you know, ready to make the next phase, intuition, you know, getting in touch with the self, finding this perfection of self. So this activity that's occurring all over doesn't take away from the progress that you've made personally, and yet you still have the energy to invest in the fight, whatever side you're on. Sorry, that was very long. But you had an interesting month with interesting cards, very positive cards. Overall, very, very positive. You're definitely changing and growing, and you should be very happy about that. Okay, so that was this reading. This was a general reading for Sagittarius. If you would like something a little bit more personal, by all means, please email me, and we can arrange a time for a personal one-on-one meeting for a reading for you. That's at mimimemes@hotmail.com, or just click the link that's in the description box below. I do hope this helped you. If I don't hear from you individually, then I will look forward to talking to you collectively, Sagittarius, in the middle of the month. And I hope you have a great first 2 weeks of February. You take care.